The Oshkosh Business Improvement District came up with the idea to have a designated outdoor area where people can enjoy an adult beverage. The policy has inspired other events.
So because that's available, there will be new music downtown Oshkosh and Opera House Square, which is great.
Kris Larson says the original goal was to bring more visitors to the downtown area. Now, city leaders want more time to do that.
It was pretty incomplete because it was only for about 3.5 months. And because of that, I think council felt they just wanted to extend it another year.
Oshkosh City Manager Mark Rohloff says the plan didn't get any negative feedback in its first year this past summer.
I think they felt that given the positive response that we'll keep an eye on it, but I really don't think we'll need to have a police presence, anything over and above our normal police service.
The district stretches from the Riverwalk on the Fox River up North Main Street until Fulton Avenue. People can bring or consume alcohol anywhere within the boundaries of the refreshment area.
I don't think there's any reason personally that it should expand from here. The reasoning is obviously this is driving vibrance in an area. It's not about going from bar to bar.
Larson is also the owner of Beckett's, a restaurant that is located within the designated area. He says business increased when the policy was put into place.
Cups are not a requirement of this program, but there are stickers for venues that want to use them, and we were through many big spools of stickers.
The pilot program ran from July to October. The hours were from 5 to 9 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. It will run longer next year from April 1st, 2023 to March 31st, 2024. The new hours will be 5 to 10 p.m. Wednesday to Friday and 1 to 10 p.m. Saturday.
The Saturday one is a big one for us, especially and for other wedding venues downtown. And oftentimes those folks are at a venue and then have time to kill in between. This will allow them to explore the entirety of downtown and a beverage at the same time.
This is the busiest week of the year for Beeble's Catering and Rental in Bellevue.
It's kind of a silly thing to think of, but we have clipboards that every order goes on to, and this week we almost ran out of clipboards, and that's never happened before.
The reason? Companies hosting Christmas parties for their employees. A recent survey found 57% of companies were planning in-person Christmas parties this year. That's more than double compared to last year, but still below the pre-pandemic level of 75% in 2019. However, Beeble's manager Heather Odie says the types of parties have shifted.
We do some holiday parties that are, still at banquet halls, and it's the sit-down dinner, and you have the china plates and the nice meal. But I think more and more people kind of just enjoy having that break in the work week and just having a nice lunch with coworkers.
Up the street at the right place, out-of-office Christmas parties are still popular.
We had about 4 of them on Saturday. Saturdays are really booming for them. And just like several years ago, they start to book up and they book year after year.
While in-person gatherings are coming back, virtual work Christmas parties are predictably on the decline. Less than 2% of surveyed companies are hosting a Christmas party online, and they weren't even that popular at the height of the pandemic. In 2020, just 17% of surveyed companies hosted a work Christmas party virtually.
It's good to see the groups get together again, for sure. I mean, you work hard all year long. You got to sit back and grab a meal and see what the others are doing and get together.
Wisconsin winters can even get the best of experienced drivers, but a program that allows some teens to forgo their behind-the-wheel test to get a driver's license may not fully prepare them for slippery roads.
I would say that out of the 2 of my friends who have taken it, I don't think that they have gotten into a car accident.
Ian McGowan is a high school senior who has his probationary license, although he never had to take a traditional driving test. He's had 1 minor accident in winter driving, but he still prefers the waiver system because it eliminates some stress. He also believes the road test doesn't tell the entire story.
I think I personally could pass the test if it is just like a display of knowledge. It's more just laid out for you instead, and you can't really create the drastic situations.
McGowan may not be alone. According to DMV Administrator Christina Boardman, early findings from the program suggest positive results.
Those that had the road test waived actually had a lower crash and conviction rate than those that took the road test with us. For those that took and passed the road test, they actually had a 6% higher crash rate than those that had the waiver. And for those that took and passed the road test, they had a 19% higher conviction rate.
87% of eligible drivers have decided to waive the road test. Boardman says the success has been in part because of the eligibility requirements.
You need to have held your instruction permit for at least 6 months violation-free. You need to have completed driver's education and behind the wheel and have had 50 hours of supervised driving with your parent, and your parent sponsor needs to sign off on that.
There's no specific data for how the waiver program has prepared young drivers for driving in winter months.
Some have had their permit with winter weather or without. But part of the parent supervised driving program is that they're supposed to get them out there in a variety of conditions.
McGowan thinks his first 2 winters as a driver wouldn't be much different even if he had taken the road test.
Little to no damage except just now. I wouldn't say I had bad driving experiences in the winter. Just a minor slipping and sliding sometimes.
The DMV is continuously sending data to the state legislature, who will decide if the program will become permanent.